Actors, I don't know what they're doing, They're really floundering this point of the election lead up.
Well, they brought Paul Henry in.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, to be honest.
Broadcaster.
I've seen clips of him.
Very wealthy broadcaster.
Is he? I heard his wife was the money man.
She's got more money than him, I think. But
Does she?
Yeah.
What's her
quite a
background?
lot. I can't remember, but she's worth about 250 million.
Wow.
Not bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll have some.
He's good. Like, I like Paul Henry. I think he's a shoot from the hip type of guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know this, but he had lost in the mayoral race in the past. But, I mean, people were just trying to discredit him. Oh, he lost the mayor race and he said this and that. And
Most politicians lose one or two campaigns before they get into office.
I think it's funny. Everyone's like, look what he said about women and migrants. And that, and I'm like, this is just, if we're going to start pulling everyone's receipts and everyone's records, you don't have a leg to stand on the left. You've got shoplifters and pedophiles and all sorts running rampant, active, drunk drivers, police evaders.
Yeah.
And these are not broadcasters. These are lawyers who are doing these things. So you think you know the law.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Maybe not.
Actors obviously looking for something. Paul Henry's a big move. But the suggestion from David to prohibit, how did he phrase that? To prohibit adults from buying smartphones from children.
For children.
For children,
Yeah.
not from, No children right there selling the smartphones.
no street dealing.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to buy a Samsung Galaxy? No, so he wants to prohibit adults He wants to prohibit adults from buying phones for underage, under 16.
And he likens it to how it's currently illegal to buy alcohol and marijuana, well, tobacco, for young people.
So you can't supply your under 16-year-old with a phone, a smartphone.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Your own under 16. Yeah.
I would put my life on the fact that there will be thousands, if not tens of thousands, of underage drinkers this weekend whose parents bought them alcohol.
I was going to say, how many parents are like, yeah, you can have a sip at the dinner table.
100%.
You can have a little social media at the dinner table.
Every teenager right now can name the one person in their year level or even their classroom who's the party hoster, whose parents are super cool with them having people over in the weekend, and those parents will supply alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's Kiwi culture, but it's such a common thing. I remember as a 16-year-old being able to go to parties and other people's parents happy to provide alcohol, or I had older siblings, so it was a bit easier. But they don't control it at all. They have the illusion of control.
Yeah. And how much easier with social media and access, via different, routes like computers and iPads and everything else to set stuff up, and then,
I just don't know how you would enforce that.
That was exactly what I was about to ask. How would you enforce it?
Because if a parent decides to buy a phone for their child, which you probably shouldn't, but anyhow, if they decide that they want to do that and then put restrictions on that phone and say, hey, you can text, you can do this, don't have social media, is it appropriate for the government to come in and say you're not allowed to do that?
Well,
is it not a parent's right to decide?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I mean, I agree. I think it's exactly the right question. But also, how long is it going to take to phase this in? Because most parents aren't going to go, well, I spent $1,000 on a phone for you. Oh, yeah, we'll put it in the cupboard. We'll sell it.
Can't the parents who already don't want their children to have the harms of social media just take the phone off them?
The thing is,
they won't do it, right? 3 years of, we want to get the most out of this phone. We're not going to listen to this. This is stupid.
The thing is, the polling would suggest that there's broad support for this in the public, right?
Yep.
But I would say that the people who are saying, we should absolutely do that, aren't thinking about their own kids, because they think of themselves as very capable parents.
Yeah,
They're
think about someone else's kids.
My neighbor needs that help, not me. But no, they'll do it to you. They'll enforce it on you.
Yeah.
And enforcement is the thing. What are they going to do? Start fining parents, punishing parents? Like, I was talking to someone who sent us a link, a friend of the show, and they said, they're going to be a hotline that you can call and say, hey, police, come help me. My kid won't give their phone back, or they won't give their phone up. And then what? The police are going to come and take the phone off your kid for you.
Yeah.
You talk about having agents assigned to every house for curfews.
Like, I thought because the British are thinking about doing a curfew, a midnight curfew for social media.
Yeah.
I thought
That's 16 and 17-year-olds.
16 and 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah.
That covers them as well.
Well, there you go.
Crazy.
But I'm like, this is just assign a public servant to every household, and then they can, tuck your child in for you. They can cook for them. Call them parents even. Maybe that might be nice.
Yeah. That's
nanny state.
Yeah, nice.
That's what it is.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah.
Curfew for your bedtime.
the other thing that's hilarious in the midst of all this that I don't think we've talked about. I've got kids who are going through school, and so my oldest is 7, and you would have dealt with this while you were in the regular school system.
Yep.
But there's this question that goes around: what year do our kids start needing a device for school?
Mm.
So what is it? We do education through devices. we're allowed devices at school. We're not allowed devices at school.
Yeah.
We're not allowed kids on devices because there's parents already in my son's year level who are like, what laptop are you guys going to get your kid? What tablet? Like when they start needing it for school. It's a requirement. It's on the stationary list. No 2B5s, 1B5s anymore. It's tablet, Chromebook.
I mean, to be fair,
crazy.
there's a few schools that are now starting to go, let's go no tech.
Analog.
But that's primary age mostly.
Yeah.
That's probably
There's a
good.
school in like
You
Taranaki
probably-
that have just done
That's probably
that.
good for primary.
But once you get to intermediate, it's pretty much impossible to do it now without
The
a
way,
device.
exactly, the way the
Yeah.
system's set up
that's
now.
unreal.
The public system, it was funny because they were like so keen to embrace it. It's like, we're a public system. We don't have the resources, but this is a cool, accessible way of getting everyone connected to the rest of the world. And great, like nice ambition, but actually,
Do you know, guys, hold on. We're doing education wrong. Let's have no classrooms, everyone in one shared space.
yeah,
60 kids, one
60 kids, one teacher.
that was a stunning success.
and then
Super.
also, let's make sure they're all on devices.
Holy.
Do you know the only people who could have made that law are a bunch of childless politicians or absent parent politicians?
Yeah.
Or people who are in education and in the higher levels of education who actually haven't put time aside to have their own kids.
Yeah.
In other words, a bunch of retards.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what they're trying to tell regular parents what to do.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
We look at, man, we look at the childless person.
I don't know,
What do
man.
you
Don't
reckon?
ask me. Don't ask me.
So let's talk about enforcement.
Well, I don't know how you enforce it.
Yeah, hypothetically though. Hypothetically. Okay, let's all come up with
What, do you send a police officer to every house?
okay,
Once
no,
a-
hold on.
once a
Let
week?
me lay it out. Let's do a thought exercise. We're all allowed to come up with one enforcement technique, practice, on how we would enforce parents not being allowed to provide smartphones for their under 16-year-olds. You start. You've got one.
I've got one. Whenever someone comes to buy a phone from JB Hi-Fi, no Leeming, whatever, you say, "Who's this for?"
Yeah.
And they say, "For my child." Say, "No, sorry."
No, I'm gonna follow you home and make sure
Yeah,
this
yeah.
doesn't get you.
Do you have a child? They say, "No." I say, I need proof. I need evidence that you don't have a child.
Okay.
And then if it can't show proof, then
No,
you're not getting the phone.
I mean,
Hey, just
Yes.
just this iPhone, please.
Do you have a child?
Sorry, I can't understand you over your Indian accent. What's
Do you have a child?
Yeah, I've got a child, but sorry, they're not up for grabs.
Great. I wasn't asking if they're up for
I'm
grabs.
sorry.
You can't have. Is it for them? Is the phone for them?
Yes,
Sorry, you can't buy it.
but I've got real money here.
Cool story.
I'll take my business elsewhere.
Well, the
Hit the red button.
law, yeah.
The red button. I get
The
taken
law
by 4
says you
Tongan guns.
can't. Security, get on it.
okay.
What's your one?
Wait. So I'd like to buy Grand Theft Auto. It's
Sure.
for my 15-year-old.
Sure.
Great.
Sure.
Amazing.
But I would like to
$150.
get him a smartphone.
No.
No,
Oh,
come on.
okay. All right.
Does he want to join the military?
Why are you grooming him? Jeez. No,
I just want him to do carjackings, all right? I don't want any of the other stuff. Social
You
media
should
is
have said
terrible.
earlier.
Yeah.
see, I would.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'd set up a hotline so we can knock on each other, and if we see anyone under 16 without who's got a smartphone, sorry, we call the hotline
Yes.
and they ping them. They triangulate them
we
through
go.
the cell towers.
Triangulate. That's
And
it.
then they zoom in on them, and then we arrest the parents and we put them in concentration camps. And then
Here we
with
go.
the kids, we put them into factories to bring manufacturing back to New Zealand,
No,
and we fix our economy that way. So I'm solving 2 problems here.
you are actually.
And then once the parents have gone through, not
Re-education.
concentration, re-education. Once they've
Yes,
gone through
yes.
parental re-education camps, we release them back into the society.
Yes.
But they have to have a quota of getting 10 more. Otherwise,
more
they have to
children?
come back in a year. No, 10 more adults who are breaking the rule.
Oh, you just keep okay.
Yeah,
they
you-
recruit. They recruit.
Well, they've got to find 10 more, and if
Yeah,
they don't do
okay.
it within a year, then they've got to go and get re-educated again. And then,
Hmm.
and then the incentive is they don't have to pay for anything for their kids because
the government
will pay for that.
Okay,
Yeah, the
easy,
government will pay
easy.
for that. And then, if they don't like that, we can always kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Logical.
where you could go.
I would say that virtue signaling is enough of an enforcement measure in itself. That just making this law, telling people this is the right and anything else is wrong, people will just sign on. They'll love it.
Yeah.
You reckon?
We don't need to enforce it
Yeah.
any other way. Just socially condemn them. You know.
You are right. I've assumed that we've got more of a freedom spirit here, but you probably are right.
Yeah, I think that's it. Just go around and just shun people
Okay.
because it's against the law. Why are you doing it?
Hey, You're not allowed to buy your kid a phone anymore.
Good.
It's that easy. It's that easy.
It's the dawn raids, but for smartphones and children.
Because I spend my whole life just wanting to please you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was probably a
beautiful.
little bit too much
That's
resistance.
Yeah.
That good. I probably need a little bit more, a little bit more submissive. Oh man! And the funny thing is this is coming from ACT Party leader David
is
Seymour.
So what do you think motivated this move?
I think he started to do sort of like a thought experiment in real time. Someone probably asked him about the ban. I was part of his speech, but he's like, "Oh,
Really?
we could
You
do
think
this."
so?
Yeah, but then I think he doesn't realize the irony of it. He didn't realize the irony, or sort of the gaps in his thinking.
So you think on the fly, while he's up there in front of an audience of business people, he's asked this question and he goes,
Well, part of his
his
speech, it
quote
wasn't
is,
a
"I'm
response.
not saying this to launch a policy. To be clear, I don't even know if the government trying to ban smartphones
so he
for under
literally,
16s."
that's interesting to
idea.
have done that on the fly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, I've been asked questions before and come out some absolute stinkers in response.
Yeah.
But you would think that he would be a little bit more coherent in terms of making suggestions like that.
See, this is where I guess this is where I struggle. I like a lot of what ACT do. I actually think there's a lot of really sensible stuff that they push.
Yeah.
And people like Paul Henry, he was saying the other day, people say, what are your policies? What are your policies? He said, I like the philosophy of ACT. Cool. The difficulty is that you can apply a philosophy left, right, and center, and people go, well, you're being consistent. That's so good. But actually, does a single principle like freedom get applied in every situation, or what are your other principles? Because a lot of people go, ACT is all about freedom, individual freedom. Yeah, cool. But then they've clearly got other principles that are coming to the fore. So what are those principles here? Like, what's the principle that's kicked in to make Seymour think, well, actually, maybe we could ban phones? Is it because you're not old enough, or what is it?
I don't think it's a principle. I think it's a response to the polls.
I think it's the pragmatics of politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe this is their attempt to carve out something that might be a little more appealing to Middle New Zealand.
Yeah, but they're misunderstanding who Middle New
justification.
Zealand is. They're misunderstanding the issues that Middle New Zealand cares about.
Yeah.
Which New Zealand First is dominating on.
I agree.
Immigration, the free trade deal.
You think that's Middle New Zealand?
I think more and more so,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
When you consider this 1.5 million people in Auckland, all 1.1 million of them are pretty fed up with immigration, I would say. The 400,000 who aren't are immigrants. I
would say a lot of immigrants are fed up with immigration.
Yeah, I'll pull the ladder up trick.
Well, I think a lot of them came here because they wanted like a certain type of New Zealand, and they're like, "Oh, what's happening?" There's a lot of people from my home country moving in.
They
now.
thought they were coming as like the diversity guy.
Well,
No,
I
they're the
speak to a lot of
majority.
that. I've heard from a lot of people like that, right?
Have you ever seen
Anyway.
that Key and Peele skit where they're in an acapella group? Have you seen this? And there's two black guys in the group. So the first black guy's like, bo, bo, do, bo, 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 and all the white guys like, that was sick. And this other black guy shows up and does something different. And they get into this real heated like sing off because only one of them can be the black guy of the group. That's how the immigrants that are here feel.
That's a riff on Little Britain's "I'm the only gay in the village."
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that one,
You
eh?
haven't seen either of these, I imagine. But
Mate.
anyway,
He's been very consistently saying whenever the social media things come up, he's like, "Oh, I've been doing door knocking during the school holidays." This is Seymour, and he says, "Oh, every door I go to, the parents are like, I'm over it. Send the kids back to school because the parents have had enough." And so his line has been, "Oh, the parents are struggling." And I think this is just a way to respond and say, "Oh, I care about you," which is a politician thing to do, responding to things to show that you care. But again, as I said a couple of weeks ago, I think this is just action bias where you just say, "I want to do something." So it sounds like you're going to do something because people want you to do something, but actually probably doing nothing in terms of enforcing a law is probably the best way to go.
I mean, there's just no way to enforce this without becoming incredibly draconian.
yeah, exactly.
So
He
it's
literally
just off the cuff.
They literally said this last week when the VPN thing came out. Said there is no law that we could introduce without seriously infringing on all the rights of all other internet users.
Yeah.
A week ago, 7 days ago, he said this.
What he should have done there in that speech is said, you know what? If parents are really concerned about it, they should just take the smartphones away from their kids. But leave it to the parents to figure that out.
Hey,
Otherwise, how are you going to enforce it?
Hey, we did a
There's
poll.
no way.
80-something% of you reckon that this is a good idea for the government to do. That means it should be a good enough idea for you to do in your hands. We'll do a buyback.
Democracy.
If you want to get rid of your phone, we'll do a buyback. We'll give you a $50 KFC
Government.
voucher.
The research is showing
KFC is
it's having negative effects on teenagers. Don't give your kid a smartphone if you want your kid to have a normal outcome.
Do you know what the difference is, though? It's not that like sure, you can say bullying's intensified because of the internet or cyberbullying or whatever. And bullying is as old as time itself, you know?
Sure.
I think it is like we talk about it a lot more. We talk to feelings a lot more. We allow people to stay in that a lot more. When you used to get bullied, your dad or whoever was the parental figure in your life would take you and sign you up to a boxing class or take you and sign you up for something that's confidence building or something that is like
Toastmasters.
Yeah, Toastmasters. The Undateables.
You've ever heard.
Love on the spectrum.
Yeah.
No, you get signed up to something, and it would help. It would be like a block that you build into your life. You know, you would overcome that, and that was sort of part of being a parent. I signed my son up for jiu-jitsu, so he becomes a more confident, resilient individual, and he can handle the troubles and the trials of childhood.
I agree. I'd say maybe the difference though with smartphone use is that it's even more unseen. It's more difficult for other people who are like third parties to know what's going on between two people. So you got like two 13-year-olds and one's just mercilessly going after the other. The one that's the target, the victim, it doesn't know how to block that or know how to escape that because they get sort of into this.
Turn it off.
I know that.
Block the person.
That's my point, is that part of raising your kid is like telling them that you can actually. I've seen this just recently. I saw a kid who just wouldn't like block this person, and I said, "Why don't you block them? Like, don't put up with this, man."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I can't, like, because there's schoolmates and stuff, and this person will tell them." And so, like, part of the problem is that, but I don't think it's an unsolvable problem. I think the best way to do it is just don't give your kid a smartphone.
Mate, Helen Clark blocks everyone on Twitter. She should run a masterclass for kids.
Yeah.
How to block people who disagree with you.
Yeah.
How to block people who you think are bullying you.
Yeah.
By Helen Clark and funded by Don Brash and the CCP.
Are you blocked by her?
Yeah, I'm blocked by Helen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All I said was, I didn't realize Helen was the Prime Minister of New Zealand again because she was commenting so much on stuff. I never heard from her.
She's still commenting.
Since she was the Prime Minister. And then she come back from the UN and she's like, oh, I should tell everyone what to do again.
Well, when you've got CCP like handlers taking care of your social media account,
Yeah, her and Don. And
Did I say that?
Allegedly.
Wang Xiao or whatever his name is.
Is that the ambassador? Yeah. I don't know.
Send him home, mate. Get rid of him.
We'll send someone else if we
Wang
send them.
Zhao, more like Wang Kerr.
Whoa, that was said by Nathan Seuli.
Hey. If you're listening to this, my agent in the CCP, please send me 1 million yen.
Yeah. 1 million yen, that'll get you.
That'll get me an Uber to the
teddy bear.
airport.
You mean yuan?
For extradition.
That's Japanese currency.
Oh, yuan?
Yen.
Oh.
Yen is Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yuan is
What's ren?
Chinese.
Ren is...
Renmin. What's that?
That's their currency, like the footsie or the yeah.
Did you hear in China, the guy who invented
Noodles.
the camera?
Oh, the camera. Sorry?
The camera, he got arrested.
What camera?
Zooming.
Shut up.
His name is Zooming. I just thought of that.
I was like, man, if the guy who invented the camera is still alive, he's old. He's definitely Chinese, but he's old.
Well, no, he wasn't actually arrested. I don't know if there is a guy called Zooming, but
anyway,
that was
mate,
a joke.
Speaking about China, they spat the dummy, throwing their toys. They're upset that we're increasing our defense alliances.
I just put the dummy back in.
And yet, all these people, all these defenders of China are like coming out in force.
What's that ex-ambassador? Carl Walker.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
one.
Worker. Carl Worker. How much are they getting paid? To be honest, like, are they on payroll? Or are they just genuinely like diehard?
I think
China
it's the
fans?
latter, which is worse. I'd rather someone was getting paid than be morally corrupt.
Yeah.
I think it's that people have a legacy they're defending, right? They've spent all these years going, no, China's our friend, because they probably didn't think that for a while.
Surprise.
Through the 90s and the 2000s. And then under Xi Jinping, it started changing. Yeah. And so now what do? Do they go, oh, I spent 2 decades like trying to persuade people that China was a good guy. Turns out, if I admit now that he's not, or that China's not, then...
Yeah. And here's the thing. They have experienced the ambassador's life in China. They're not a Chinese citizen. They're not even you can't even become a citizen. You're just somebody who lives in China.
Yeah.
You experience the best of the best. The rules don't apply to you effectively.
You saw the nice side of like Shanghai, right?
Yeah.
You know, you saw
And they look after you
the neon
because they have a
lights and
message to send to you. as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like parents of kids who are like trans and stuff. A lot of those parents don't want to admit that actually they supported something, right?
Where's going?
No. As a parent of trans, I'm experiencing the best of life.
No, and what I'm saying is
They
like
can't admit it to themselves.
they can't admit it to themselves because they ultimately would be the most culpable, right?
Yeah, so Carl, if you're listening to this, which you're not, he's not a fan of the show. He's not a friend of the show.
No,
But mate, just let it go.
we'll wear that as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I'd have him on. I'd have Carl.
Sure.
Bring him on.
Bring them on.
But no, so they're upset. The ambassador posted a bunch of stuff. Takes two to tango. Don't underestimate us. A lot of underhanded threats. Where I think we should respond to those things. We should slap him, not to slap on the wrist, like slap him on a flight, send him back.
I reckon I think ignore it actually, and just every time they do something like they've done with the test missiles or the
You reckon ignore it?
the strongly worded letter from the ambassador, we just go next.
Keep doing our thing.
Oh yeah,
Keep signing our defense pacts.
Well, because
Keep strengthening
it
our
gives
military.
them less. It gives them less to like kind of try and penalize us for. Like if the more we do like provocative things in the sense of like we put a strongly worded statement back to them, the more it escalates.
Yes, yeah.
It's harder for them,
And it justifies for them to do more.
It does. So
Whereas if we just let them screw things up,
exactly, if
and
they
then
have
we
to
say, well-
scrape the barrel every time they're going to look for a reason to condemn us, then it makes them look stupid.
So we're going to sign this agreement
which one?
with the Australians and the Fijians. We're going to jump on that.
Most likely, it seems like it's highly likely to happen.
Well, if they give this government gets back in, that they would.
They would, yeah.
Shout out to
Nothing will happen
Chris
before then.
Pink. Chris Pink, who else is in there?
He's moving.
He's getting stuff in there. I saw Joe Mooney was talking about it. We need TVDM to get involved.
TVDM the
fit
goat.
bill.
He's coming.
TVDM.
Coming soon. TVDM, if you know, you know. It's
How
coming
would
soon.
our fit bill play? Would our fit bill have any effect in this space? Obviously, it's not necessarily a foreign influence from within. It is purely external.
External.
But this, is there a framework?
Internal work like actors in this
Yeah,
process
this is just 2 weeks ago.
they could have been here for like 20, 30 years, right?
Yeah.
Or they could be Kiwis, which is often the case. Actually, just Kiwi citizens.
They get a job offer on LinkedIn.
Yeah. As the SIS
Please.
has pointed out. Yeah.
The point is, if you're in any way, serving a foreign power, and you're not declaring it, mate, you're liable.
What would you do if I pranked you guys and I
And
secretly,
you were actually
I
a
was
CCP
secretly
agent.
a CCP agent, and now you're culpable
That'd be the biggest mole ever.
That'd be unreal.
physically and the largest
All right,
CCP
big boy.
agent.
All right,
That would be crazy.
No, I am a
surprised.
Some of us say we're not that
spirit animal is Kung Fu
All
Panda. No, okay. Well, that's fine. We're not getting him. Well, some people will say we've already been invaded, but we're not.
Yeah, no.
This week we'll be fine. Next week we can't
We'll
speak.
take it day by day. We'll see what
day
happens.
by
We'll
day.
see how
Don't
things
borrow
go.
tomorrow's troubles, for today has enough on its own.
That's right. Amen.
To jump back a little bit, Paul Henry. We've got Michael Laws with ACT. We've got Paul Henry now with Michael Laws with NZ first. Paul Henry now with ACT. Willie Jackson's been with Labour. Who's National going to recruit from the media landscape?
No, mate. I don't think anyone.
Tim Wilson.
That would be crazy.
Now who they got? Ryan Bridge
For
for National. Let's place media personalities in the parties that don't
yeah.
currently have one.
Right,
And Spati Modi's got that late the one who.
Oh yeah,
she was on Multi TV.
Yeah.
I could potentially see
They're getting all
Ryan
this-
Bridge going more with ACT. Like
Really?
I mean, I
They've
could
already
see him
got Paul
going
Henry.
national.
They've already got Paul Henry. He's not allowed.
Yeah,
Maybe
Bridge-
next generation.
Next
Mike
gen.
Hosking for
Mike
national.
Hosking for National. Right, if he went with National, their numbers would increase straight away.
Oh, they would fly through the roof.
You
But
reckon?
he's great. Everyone loves
Yeah,
Mike Hosking.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean,
As in, he would
don't
probably
say
fix.
he's not a
He
great
would fix
broadcaster.
a lot of the issues that people are complaining about.
I just think he's like he loves what he does.
He's so good at it.
Why would he do? Yeah, why would he do anything else?
I'd
I
take
think
a pay cut to
Honestly,
fly
if
to
they
Wellington.
parachuted him in at like number 1 on the list for national,
That'd be
he would
unreal.
accept.
yeah, yeah.
That's it. Nothing short of that.
Did you see the Paul Henry interview with Samantha Hayes?
Yes,
and
I
stuff?
saw that. Yeah, yeah.
She was so
That's
like,
the ginger woman.
and she was going at him.
Yeah.
And he
He was
kept his cool.
so good.
Kept his
I
cool.
mean,
But then I saw someone post it next to Q Lay's interview
my
with Samantha,
goodness.
and it was like softball.
Yeah.
It was like NBA versus lesbian softball league, and it was like the level of intensity was just so clear and obvious.
But
the way RNZ are trying to spin it was that Simon Wilson who wrote a piece,
Oh,
basically saying, I mean, he's done a lot of this. He's been like softballing top, and he's is it top? Are we still calling it top?
We'll call them whatever.
Top. Anyway, he's been basically trying to like push them and others as the alternative, right, to Winston. The fact is, though, that if they make 5%, that's a very different story to New Zealand First making in the teens, right? So, if it's 13% like they've been polling lately, that's a big difference. Winston Peters is still the kingmaker.
Yeah.
Really. And we all know now that Opportunity Party is not an alternative to New Zealand First. It's definitely not in any way right of centre.
No.
Opportunity as well, if they get 5%, it's very likely that will mean a Labour coalition government. So people who are voting top in an attempt to not vote National but don't necessarily want Labour either, you will get Labour.
Oh, for sure.
They would most likely start negotiations with Labour, not because, maybe because they're left, but because she said we'll start negotiating with the party that gets the highest, the numbers on the day, which will be at current polling Labour. I've really enjoyed watching Paul Henry's media interviews because he's just so good. Because he's a media man, he knows exactly all the lines. He knows he's very articulate. The way he answers is all.
When Samantha goes, so you say you want to be a minister? What portfolios do you want?
Yeah.
He's like, well, she goes, what are you qualified for?
Yeah.
Which is a question I never see other politicians be asked who are entering. Like, no one asks you like, what portfolios are you qualified for? You applied for the job on Seek.
Yeah.
Paul Henry got pulled out of retirement.
Yeah.
Broadcasting, and then she's like, oh, well, do you want to be prime minister then? You have to be pretty high up,
Yeah.
What sort of questions are these?
I mean, Paul Henry is essentially X version of Michael Laws.
100%. I think Michael Laws is better, though.
Oh, you reckon?
I think Michael Laws will be a better politician and he's a better broadcaster in a sense.
Well, he's had experience too, right?
Yeah.
He's had experience in...
Yeah.
Is that why you say he'll be better?
Yeah. He knows the system better.
Yeah.
I would also say that ACT as a party in recent times has been very disciplined. So whenever you see one of the MPs get up and say something, it's always pretty on form in terms of the message of the party.
Yeah.
And they've really seen, I think they've drilled it home, right? We are a party of principle, and this is what we hold to. There's the odd exception,
in-state
perhaps.
parenting.
Yeah. But that's perhaps going to be a little bit tricky maybe for Paul Henry, is not that he doesn't agree with the philosophy, but occasionally he's going to go and apply something that he thinks is in line with the principle of the party, and maybe it's not going to necessarily be what they actually want to announce as policy. But I don't think it'll be an issue. I don't really think it'll be a big deal.
He'll be good.
I think he respects David quite a lot.
Yeah, he does.
And
Same with Michael Laws respecting Winston
Winston,
Peters.
yeah. And that's the thing. Both of these guys didn't have to step into these positions or run for these positions. They have come out of, I think, a genuine sense of urgency for the nation, a genuine sense of respect for their leader, and because they want to be doing something positive. Like Paul Henry was real clear. He said, I've got grandkids, and I look at the country that they're going to inherit under a Labour government, and he goes, and it's not good.
It's kind of custard. Yeah.
And he's not that young anymore, right? I can't
65.
remember. Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's not that old.
Oh,
yeah.
no. I thought he was a little bit older, but...
No, well, he's not 82.
True. Yeah.
Who's 82?
Winston.
Winston's 82. Trump's also 82.
That's
prime years,
great
mate.
age.
Prime
great
years.
age.
You wait, when I'm 82?
my favorite age. To be prime minister.
Okay. I'm
All
just
right.
checking. I'm just checking.
to all the cougars out there.
yeah.
Those
Just
aren't cougars,
FYI.
mate.
Depends on the wealth level, though. Depends.
Holy moly, those cougars got no teeth.
That's
They're not biting you up, buddy. No, okay. So it's good. So we've got some broadcasters coming in. Paul Henry's coming in. It's going to be good. The election is going to get closer and closer, I think. I think, ACT needs to pull finger and get something going, and it's not going to happen through this. Parents need to not be allowed to buy their kids smartphones. New Zealand First just keeps kicking goals. They just keeps making. They got their AGM this weekend, so they probably have a few more announcements.
Yeah.
Off the back of that.
That'll give them a boost as well.
And National is, I think, sitting on this internet regulation thing, being like, this will be
it's coming.
our centerpiece.
Yeah, and I think that's calculated.
Yeah. Well, they'll put it out, and it'll be like, this sucks. We don't want this. And like, but Labour's going to help us get it done.
Yeah.
Well, this double sucks now.
Well, this is like when we talk with Billy Brown. The point is the National are too worried about focus groups and that type of surveying and polling. I think you take some notice of the polls, of course, but I think they've got a little bit of a bubble going on in terms of who they're listening to and the feedback. And I just wish they would actually get out there and really kind of not so much just listen to what people say, but game it out. Like ask themselves, hold on, what principle are we trying to follow?
Play it out in your head a little bit.
Yeah.
See where is it going to go.
Or suppose from getting a text from old mate in Remuera being like, "Oh, you need to ban all these kids from social media. My kids are all good, but it's all these other kids. Literally, the other
poor kids.
the other 2 million children in New Zealand are the ones that you need to be worried about. Not my kids. Don't worry about them."
Well, then that's one of the dangers with Labour or National is they do have a paternalistic kind of streak to them, which is, we know what we're doing. We're the sensible adults in the room.
Yeah.
No offense to certain politicians who gave a speech about this recently, but when you do that, you say we're the adults in the room, and every other party or every other person is, not really playing, playing at the big boys table. Then you switch a lot of people off. I still think that definitely the direction of travel is a right
coalition,
the right coalition.
New Zealand First and ACT need to sort it out. Not New Zealand, ACT and National need to sort it out. New Zealand First are sort of the only people who are moving at the moment.
And the polls, doing good on the polls.
Hey, mate, you made a great submission the other day.
Oh, move on orders.
Move on orders.
That did happen. That happened.
You obviously wasn't as poetic as the person before you.
No, she did. There was a woman that went before me.
She did a poem.
She did a poem.
10-minute poem
on why move on orders are bad, and she said, "Move on where?" I thought, but anyway.
Hold on.
Well, that's fair.
That's a great question.
Hold on. She goes, I'm a poet, so my kupu comes from my puku, which I thought was funny. And then she goes, I won't be taking any questions. And then just launches into a 10-minute poem. And then one of the National MPs left. She's shaking her head, and then she quit the meeting.
Wow.
So good.
It was a really good poem. It was very well done, very well written, very well presented. I was quite impressed.
Maybe next time you could bring some iambic pentameter.
Well, I said that. I said when it was my turn, I opened with, "Sorry, I'm not going to be as poetic and beautifully said as the last one."
And then they started laughing.
Wow.
the committee started laughing.
I like.
But that. I was well impressed by the. I thought, I couldn't do that.
She was. Anyway,
she was very angry. She was like, "I won't take any questions," and just left. I was like,
I want to hear. Have you heard of Sam Hunt, the New Zealand poet?
No.
He's got his really distinctive style. Go and look him up afterwards. When you hear his voice and him deliver a poem, I want to hear him do a submission.
Is he good?
He's got just this iconic way of delivering it. I want to hear a submission in that style. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, so you submitted.
Yeah, we made our submission.
First of all, great job.
Thank you, very kind.
Yeah.
Second of all, at the end of Arian's submission, if you hadn't watched all the way to the end, we get this comment, and it's something along the lines of, "Thanks, Arian. Hey, by the way, you guys have submitted a few times on a few different things now. All of them have been fantastic.
That's good.
So credit to you. You've been really carrying that there and doing a great job.
Thank you, team. Thank you, team.
I can see you in front of the US Congress next.
What, on which side? In the Congress?
Like graduate from New Zealand Parliament to
US Congress?
I'd love to. Just mate, just taking field and questions from all the senators.
I'll do it right now.
It'll be like the end of one of
Trump's
those
press secretary.
epic movies, American movies.
I don't
Millionaire,
think you're going to be as popular as Carolyn Levitt's.
She's awesome.
She's got a slightly broader appeal, in my opinion.
Because of her beauty.
Yeah, because of her beauty.
Yeah.
Her youthfulness.
She's great at her job.
She's a trad wife. She's a mum.
It's awesome, bro. And she owns the media. Anyway,
tell us about the submission.
Submission went well. It was good. We raised our concerns as we normally do, and the same concerns that I've brought up in the podcast as before. It's sloppy legislation. There's no clear guardrails as to how far they can expel people from a certain space. There's free speech issues because if you're holding a sign, that counts as begging, and you could be legally punishable if you don't move on for being told to move on for just holding a sign. My main point was, look, it's fine to give police powers. They need to be a lot more specific and proportionate to the issue that you're trying to deal with. And currently, it's not the case, and it's just not me. It's not me just saying this.
Because even the police apparently said to when this was being
police, it was like police union was also like, we need more clarity on this,
right? Because they were concerned a little bit about who exactly were they moving on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, anybody that you want.
Yeah. So my point was just, look, this is sloppy legislation. If you're going to write something good and do it properly. And the other issue was the punishment for this is up to 3 months imprisonment, which is the equivalent of careless driving and killing someone, or indecent exposure, or all this other stuff.
Carl Bates sort of questioned you around that, eh?
He asked 3 questions, and it was like,
you clearly don't understand.
Yeah.
No, Carl, we've read it as written, and we understand. And then he's like, you don't care about small businesses. You literally open by saying this balance. We have to balance these rights.
Well, it was interesting. He said, I couldn't tell where he was going because it was about 40 seconds to the end, and he really wanted to ask a question, so they let him ask. But we were past our 10 minutes, and he said, I've got a 3-part question, and he basically asked 3 questions in one. And he said, many submitters to what he said. He opened with, why do you think other submitters are coming in and saying X, Y, and Z? And they'll just ask this question. And I said, I'm not here to comment about other submitters. If you've got a question for me, ask me the question. And then I made a comment about
you can't speak for them.
I made a comment about this is poor legislation. It's done improperly. And he's like, well, that's your opinion. I was like,
yeah. Well, Carl also sat on the Education Workforce Committee and was like, oh, I can't control my own kids on their devices. What should I do? And we were like,
brother,
you should come to Parliament and make a law.
Make laws.
Because that's easier than trying to enforce.
Brother, what are you doing?
Why not listening to me? I'm going to go to work and change the law. Yeah.
I'll teach you. I'll teach you.
Carl, hun, could you talk to the kids? Nah, piss off, mate. Making laws about them.
I'd rather go to Wellington and do it.
His wife's getting marriage counselling. Carl doesn't engage the children. He just keeps writing pieces of legislation, leaving it on the table.
He keeps writing
the draft bills and threatening them with them.
Listen, kids, check Hansard, all right? It's all there.
You bastards better start listening before I write your freedoms out of existence, mate. Shout out to Carl Bates. You're obviously a ledge.
I'm sure on another issue you'll be great, mate.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Maybe he'll get that portfolio for Thought Police. But anyway... Great submission, mate.
Thank you. We'll see what comes out of it.
You mean broadcasting minister, right? That's
sorry,
yeah.
Where the TVs can see us.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what the select committee comes out with. There was a lot of people submitting, which is why I think they did it on Zoom because there were so many people against it.
I think it was the type of person as well. I think we can't have all of these people at Parliament at once. We'll turn into it'd be Freedom
true.
City again.
That's true. Yeah.
They're in their natural element online anyway.
Interestingly, the moment I signed on to just watch, and then before it's my turn to just listen, the lady that was going was very in favor of the move on order, talking about people in public being naked and doing all this stuff. And I thought, yes, those are problems, but we already have laws for that.
Yeah.
It's called indecent exposure.
Exactly. Lewd and indecent behavior.
So we'll see what comes out of it. My suspicion is that they'll tweak a couple of things, as they normally do, just to show that, we listen. Yeah. But I don't think they'll tweak as much as we would like. Yeah. But the proof will be in the pudding.
Well, speaking of move on orders, I actually issued a few myself this morning.
Oh, did you?
Mate, picture this, 5 a.m., pitch black, lying in bed, and then I just hear all the screaming. I wasn't going to tell the story, but I'll tell it because we're here now. Hear all the screaming, people swearing at each other, back and forth. And I thought for a second,
kids shouldn't behave like that.
Yeah, I know. It's like, James, get into bed. No. And I'm like, am I dreaming? Because I was sort of half asleep. And then Deb sort of bumps me. She goes, I think they're outside. So I open up the window, and there's these 4 people in my driveway having a full-on fist fight.
What the heck?
3 women. Yeah, 3 women and 1 guy.
And
then so, I'm not a pajamas guy, so it takes me a second to get out there. Leave that up to your imagination.
Yeah, thanks.
But Deb runs out ahead of me, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" So she runs out, and she starts yelling, and I'm like, "Oh, don't you get involved?"
5, yeah.
So then I sprint out, and there's these 2 women on the ground, locked in a death grip with each other's hair.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And one of them, there's another woman and a guy trying to pull them apart. They're not letting go. They're screaming, cursing, everything. At this point, it's literally 5 a.m.
Wow.
So then Deb sprints back inside, gets the phone, calls the police. So then I go over, and then I'm still half asleep. And I just reach down, grab them, rip them apart.
Holy.
Rip them apart. And then one of them starts screaming at me, leave her alone, she's my sister. And then they're screaming. I'm like, everyone just calm down. I'm trying, and I get in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm like, calm down. And they're all screaming. I'm going to F you up. Da, 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 da.
Young or old?
2 of them were young, and then there was an old lady, 40 years, and then the guy was probably in his 20s. So then they're trying to go. One of them's faces.
Did you say old lady or older lady?
Older lady.
Okay, good.
Bleeding nose.
You said 40. I was
So
take it easy,
mate. There's a clump of hair on the ground.
Oh my god!
A huge clump of hair. and they're like not listening. They're trying to keep going.
Do they all know each other before this?
So apparently, the young one got caught with the older ones, the older one's husband.
Oh my goodness!
And they're screaming. Neighbors on both sides of me have children as well.
Wow.
So I'm like, cool. I've tried to do this nicely. Tried to do this coming. I said, sweet, right. I'm gonna F all 4 of you up now, because you're waking my children up, and they immediately also, oh, we're so sorry. I said, get out of here. That's my move on order. I said, get out of here, move away right now, or I will seriously hurt all 4 of you. And then they're like, no, we're sorry. I said, I'm gonna count to 5. If you're not going,
Big daddy.
and then they're like, oh, so the 3 of them immediately like sprint off. The older lady's trying to pick up all their stuff, the contents of her bag. She's like, can I just catch my breath? I was like, you're gonna catch something in a minute. You need to move on from here. I'm gonna say, literally, probably like while this is all happening, this taking place over like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Then we start hearing sirens. The police were there like within probably 7-8 minutes, like pretty quickly.
Because they haven't got any people to move on yet. Right?
No.
Yeah.
So then I just stood there. I said to the police what had happened in that. But mate, I couldn't go to sleep after that. I was awake.
I mean, it's a bit of an adrenaline rush.
Superhero.
Yeah. Then Ezra came out and he's like, was that you? I was like, no, it wasn't me.
Why are you screaming?
Why were you screaming like that, Dad? Anyway, that's my story from the morning.
Wow. Thank you. What did the police do in the end? Had they gone by then?
Deb saw where the 3 of them, like the house they went to. So she gave them the address, and then we pointed in the direction that the older but not old lady, what way she went. And then literally the police took us, they got their torch. They look at the ground. There's this huge clump of hair.
Oh my God.
Like just ripped out on our driveway. I was like, yeah, look.
So that was from the older lady.
Yeah. And then there was this other car. So as it was all going down, this car like is driving past, pulls over. The person gets out. I didn't really get a good look at them because it was dark. And they're like, stop. And then no one listens to them. So they're like, just got in their car and drove away again. I was like, oh, help me. What is this? France is out.
Yes. I'm
And
sorry to say.
I
was.
Who
Don't
beat
tell me, because I.
Who beat France?
Spain beat France.
And England was ahead.
Don't
I'm
look,
not going to
if
say.
you're gonna
I'm
look,
not going to say
don't tell me. Don't
anything.
tell
I'm
me.
not going to
England
say
was
anything.
ahead
But England was ahead when we
this
walked
morning.
in before.
Yeah.
By 1.
Yeah, and they're
Against
probably
Argentina.
playing still or about to finish playing.
It was a semi.
Don't tell me.
Sorry, was it quarter?
Semi-finals. Don't tell me.
But who was England playing?
England was playing Argentina, and I'm wearing Argentina shirt in support of my fellow. Men.
Well,
Don't tell me.
No.
I'm
So-
half English, so I'm just saying I'm hoping.
So at the
that
start
England won.
of the World Cup,
Yeah.
I asked you who was going to win,
What did I say?
and you said way back then you said Spain or Portugal.
I said Spain. I don't think I said Portugal.
I thought you said France at one point.
Recently I said Spain, 100%.
They've been up there, right? In terms of they were.
And then
to win
France,
well.
as the games have been going on,
Yeah.
I was like, France has been
Yeah.
unbeatable
But you said Spain all the way back. So
Way
I put like $20 on them to win it
on Spain.
all the way back then. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So I
Oh,
just
nice.
checked. They weren't returning much. I think it's like a $50 return or something.
That's so funny.
Oh, sorry, I put $10.
And what do you get in return?
I'll get like $55 back.
That's not bad. That's
all
right. So there you
5
go.
extra money, mate. That's,
Man, I'll take you for lunch
there
if
we
they
go.
win.
If they win,
It's almost as good as betting on AI.
that is almost 5 extra money.
Anyway,
But,
so the World Cup is good. You're happy.
Oh, mate, I don't know what the result of this morning's game is going to be. So
I'm including this because we don't let you talk about it much. So.
thank you. Well, look, I'll just say that the France team were playing incredible football. You know, everyone thought they were unbeatable. And then the Spanish come through with an incredible game of football. The best not entertaining football, but if you know football, it was just masterful. Tactical, masterful, beautiful passing, just
Beautiful,
so
beautiful.
beautiful. So we'll see how that turns out.
Well, I'm glad to hear.
If we don't get the outcome, we may tell FIFA to re-look at it.
Which outcome?
No, sorry, I was just making a joke.
All right.
He's going to tell you the score.
No, yeah, I know. I was scared for a second.
No, not at all.
No.
No, okay,
Anyway.
well, that's good. That's good. We're on uni campus next week.
How exciting.
3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Going to be talking to students, debating students, asking them who they're voting for, why they're voting, what policies they're
we're there on
interested in.
Monday. What time do we arrive on Monday?
We're allowed to arrive from 8 a.m. From 8, but we don't have to get there at 8.
Okay.
But I think it opens at 10.
It is the World Cup final on Monday.
Oh,
At
well,
7 a.m.
they're screening it at Shadows.
Yeah, what time?
At 7 a.m.
Well, that's right. Shadows is right where
Right
we're going to
underneath.
be set up, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a watch party at Shadows.
Oh, okay. Well, if it kicks off at 7 a.m., so if we want to leave
Should we go watch from
at
Shadows?
6 a.m., we can do that.
I'll see you guys there.
Up to you guys.
Should
Yeah,
we go
yeah,
watch,
yeah,
should
yeah.
we go watch from
I'll
Shadows?
see you
We can do
guys.
that. I'm
I'll
open.
see you guys at around 8:30.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
We'll
So
talk
we're
about it anyway.
We're going to be on campus. Looking forward to talking to the students
Again.
and getting some perspective from them. See how many of them have gone from Greens voters to top voters.
To further green.
See how many of them still think Chloe is the greatest thing that's ever happened to our nation.
There won't be much change.
You don't reckon?
There might be some new ones. We'll see what new fresh blood is coming through.
I'm keen to talk to the political parties as well because they'll have all of their student reps there.
And their MPs. We'll see what MPs are coming.
Oh, man. Mahesh will be there. Tulay will probably be there. I didn't see anyone from the Greens last time. I didn't see Chloe or Marama there.
They've got it in the bag. They don't need to.
Yeah, they don't need to be there. That's an alpha move.
I suppose they're like co-leaders as well. So they're big dogs.
You don't bring the big dogs out. Come on now.
It is Chloe's electorate, though.
Yeah.
I can tell by all the homeless people in the street.
They're not homeless. They're socializing.
Sorry.
They're socialists. They're socializing.
Well, hold on. Do you want to move them on?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I should be careful because they'll be in Howick soon because they'll be moved on.
No, they already are. I walked out of the Woolworths in Howick the other night, and there was someone asleep in a sleeping bag on the bench outside.
Did you ask them?
It's the first time I've seen a person sleeping rough in Howick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's
Ever.
very sad.
I've seen him at Botany, but this is the first time in
I
Howick.
didn't know they weren't doing like a social experiment.
What did you ask?
They were pretty.
Was there
authentic.
a camera? Was there a GoPro?
It's a pretty authentic modelling. Of
yeah.
what happens.
He's done it before. You can tell.
I know people do sleep rough around Howick, but I've not seen him on a public bench before.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wish him the best.
Howick. Speaking of Howick,
Howick.
the place where we love.
Howick.
Going to an event in Howick soon.
Yeah.
With Todd Stevenson.
Yes.
All about
you gonna go to
euthanasia.
that?
I'm going to go.
Okay, good.
Okay,
good.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ask him some questions. He sent an email around, which I responded to. He was not a fan of my response. So
He was like, I thought Pillow was a serious
I
organization.
thought Pillar was a
Oh.
serious organization.
Did he say that?
Did you not see that?
I didn't see that at all.
Okay, so Todd, aka the ACT mailing list, sent out this email about an event in Howick around euthanasia.
Yeah.
And I simply wrote back, I said, Todd, as an IPAC member, you should be more worried about China than trying to push your eugenics campaign.
Oh.
Get your priorities straight.
I can see why you pushed back.
Yeah, no, it was quite a strong email. I was like,
Okay, Todd. There you go.
But I was like, don't email me this rubbish about state-funded killing, okay? Like, you're an IPAC member. I have never seen him make a single comment about China. And then so he comes back to me and he goes, my priorities are straight. You clearly don't understand individual liberty and civil liberties. And I thought Pillar was a serious organization, da-da-da-da-da. I said, mate, we're every bit as serious as you think. And our track record shows that. By the way, you ignore my comments about China, or are you going to let Laura handle this one again?
Oh.
And then
right, he went at him. I was like,
and then I said, by the way, see you in Howick.
I was going to see you in hell. See you in Howick.
See you in Howick,
yeah.
So I'm going to go to his event.
Wow.
And I said to him, I said,
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah,
he said,
yeah,
you clearly don't understand euthanasia. I said, mate, a simple look at Canada will show you that the detrimental impact.
Belgium, Switzerland, Holland, yeah.
I was like, this is literally just state-funded killing. It's eugenics in a sense as well, because they're not offering it to people who are like healthy or happy. But it's just all the people who are either like a burden on the system because they're on welfare, or they're feeling depressed, or they carry some sort of like ailment. They're like, I thought about killing yourself.
Yeah, I find it remarkable that a party that would pride itself on individual freedoms and liberties, right? I can do it myself.
Yeah.
They don't actually want to do it themselves. They want the state to sanction it and help facilitate it.
We need to run the euthanasia? Question mark? No, suicide. Do it yourself.
I would say euthanasia. I would say euthanasia. How about free young people in China?
Oh,
Right? A play on euthanasia?
Oh, okay.
Euthanasia.
I missed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Youth in Africa.
Maybe it's too deep.
Yeah.
Youth in Africa doesn't have the same ring.
Doesn't, yeah. Youth in Europe, no.
Anyway, so I'm going to go see Todd.
Good.
20th. So it's a Monday night.
I've had some good interactions with him, and I felt
really?
that he was very responsive on the IPAC stuff in person.
Except for when it counted, yeah.
Well, there we go, Nathan.
He's
That
not,
was said by Nathan.
he's not going to watch this. He's
No, I
too
know
busy
that.
trying to kill everyone.
Well, I think he may have been following us on. Was he following us on Instagram and stuff?
I don't know. He's one of those guys who, when you're in front of him and he's in front of you, he'll say exactly what you want to hear. Oh yeah, really love it, love what you're doing. But then you get him over a video call like we did for the Fit Bill, and he's like pretty critical. Doesn't really like want to be that involved. There's been 4 huge opportunities for him to speak out against China: the Taiwanese thing, the secret letter to the MPs, the 4 banned MPs, and then now this missile crisis thing.
Yeah,
And he hasn't made comment on any of them.
I mean, Laura McClure has been really good, really outspoken. She's been in the firing line.
Best
in fact,
backbencher.
They've got a set of balls between them, and they're not with him. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. Maybe it's the new Iron Lady of.
She had a photo. She had a photo with Margaret Thatcher, the great Margaret Thatcher
at Westminster.
That's Westminster.
Yeah. People like Laura McClure are genuinely, when I look at what they're doing in Parliament, I'm like, I'm so glad that my taxes fund their work.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like what Todd's doing, and I haven't followed his career in politics that closely, but I've seen enough, I think, to say I feel like he's there with a personal kind of list of priorities, and that's what he's. And now, hey, sure, many people do go to Parliament that way, but like you have to also be looking at the national interest, and I just don't know that. I'm not seeing
tweaking around the edges.
Yeah.
So Todd,
maybe I'm wrong.
So before stepping into politics, he's a lawyer, Todd, but he's also the founder of Open and Out. It's an employee resource network in Australia which aims to make sure companies' policies use language that reflects a diverse workforce.
Yeah.
Compelled speech, in other words.
Little woke.
Yeah, and he's so.
Can we get them over to Pillar?
Yeah,
I'd like some training.
I mean, look, he can. That people like Todd can go and shout to the hills and tell people about their diverseness, but the reality is we're kind of past that. That's we've had that moment in New Zealand, and we're now dealing. Well, I'm not saying it's over, but I'm just saying we're past peak woke, I think, and we're now dealing with actually issues of national security. We're dealing with issues of internal sovereignty.
That's right.
You know, individual liberty, which need to be addressed, and I think people are getting distracted by this.
See, I thought and felt the same literally up until this morning when I opened my phone, and Ryan Bridge was doing a interview with Eddie Izzard. Do you know who Eddie Izzard?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Famous transgender in the UK.
Transsexual. He was a transsexual, like the old-fashioned sort, until
and then, but has sort of gone toe to toe with Graham Linehan, and been a huge source of Graham's sort of troubles. And because Graham made comments about Eddie.
Well, they're both comedians, right? And so it's like, two kind of, I suppose, equally matched in terms of their cultural impact in the UK.
Yeah. Anyway, so Eddie is now Susie, is in New Zealand doing a one-woman show of Hamnet. But Ryan's not woke or anything, but Ryan's just like, she, her, one-woman show, this woman, Susie. And I'm like, have we actually gone past peak woke? Because we've got one of our national broadcasters, not state funded anymore, but formerly state funded, sitting here and playing into this false reality.
I mean, I think in media and the arts, you're still going to have lots of people that hold out and try and maintain.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand. How is he playing into the false reality?
By using the
because there's a man sitting across from him, and he calls
does the man look like a man?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't know what she looks like.
I suppose
if it's a man, it's a man.
Again, but like.
You been to Thailand? Huh? You been to Thailand recently?
I haven't been to Thailand.
I don't think the measure. I don't think the measure of woke though is whether people choose individually to use pronouns or not.
Yeah, if you said "call me a woman," depending on how I felt and how nicely you asked and how you looked, I might call you a woman.
Oh, what a sellout! No, I personally, I'm
never giving in.
I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid to play along with the fantasy that someone's living in themselves. But I don't ultimately think that's going to be the measure of. I don't think it's the measure of peak woke. I think that the peak woke phenomenon was where everyone had to do that.
Yeah,
and so you cancelled if you weren't. And children
measure of peak woke. Yeah,
if it's being forced like that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe,
but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying because I think there's still a lot of that cultural expectation or pressure.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a side thought. It's a side thought. Anyway, I can't remember how we got there, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Very good.
Court soon. Well, we've done this last week. We've gone through all the stuff that we're doing. Mate, we're busy. And, it's nearly our 1 year anniversary.
Crazy time.
September 15th.
Okay.
The second most important day in September.
Yeah. For many.
Historically important.
Yeah.
September 1st.
Guy Fawkes.
Is it? No, November.
November
5. God, you talk about that time that David Seymour was talking about the Pacific People's Ministry of
so bad.
Nah, good on him. Anyway. Any final thoughts from you, Mr. Hahn? Do you prefer Mr. Hahn or do you like Doctor?
That'd be my father. You know what? I am quietly optimistic about where things are heading in New Zealand. In certain areas, and I think why? Because there's like we're getting to the point now where we're having more of a clash, like when it comes to say the New Zealand China thing, we are actually having more of a clash internationally over this stuff. This is going to be what's needed. It's not enough to wake everyone up. It's some people are going to be sleep through the whole thing and wake up and go, what happened? But
what happened?
Yeah, what happened? But I do think that we're reaching a point of people going, oh, okay, this is some pretty serious stuff.
Yeah.
So
And I think you're right. Maybe we don't give it as much credit as we do because of how urgent we feel the issue is. But I think you are right.
we've got a way to go for sure.
We've got a lot of coverage, a lot more coverage, and coverage that's more bold and sort of pointing out. It's China who's the agitator
and
here.
people they're showing their hand a little more.
Yeah.
You're starting to see who's actually for and against a free New Zealand. So.
Here's my final thought. Stop sending me reels about Israel. And
people sending you?
One person keeps sending me all these reels about Israel and Netanyahu.
Well,
Never gone out and said I'm Zionist Netanyahu supporter, but for some reason they love sending me these reels being like, do you care to comment on this? So...
Well, apparently I have the eyebrows of an Israeli. So
yeah, you're New Zealand's Ben Shapiro.
Yeah,
well, we're
New Zealand's own Shapiro Stein, as they say.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny when everyone was like, this guy's clearly Jewish.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in New Zealand civil liberties
So
group, right? So
well, that's my thing. I'm like, come on, guys. But no, it's good. My thought.
Sorry, I was gonna.
Sorry, no, it's fine. Just look after your own kids.
Yep.
David Seymour and ACT appreciate a lot of what you guys do, but this is not the right thing in terms of banning parents from being able to purchase devices for their children. We shared a really good video the other day on our Instagram of a guy who mistakenly found out how to make his iPhone a dumb phone.
That was cool,
through accessibility settings. Really cool. So I'll try to track that down and reshare it again if you would like to see it. It was awesome, and it's like
I might do that for my own phone.
Well, it was so good because it keeps you connected to the internet so that you can use the navigation functions and tracking. Like if your kid's got a phone, you can track them, but you can't use Safari, you can't use Chrome,
social media,
you can call, can't use social
select
media.
what apps they can use.
Yeah, all through accessibility settings. So that needs to get out there further. I don't know if you saw that one, but pretty good. So we'll share that again. But yeah, come on, let's keep the rights where they're supposed to be with parents, with individuals, not with the state. And let's just make sure that we're just using common sense. Common sense, first principles,
Wunderbar. That's
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
What does that mean?
Wonderful.
Wonderful in German.
In German.
Oh,
wunderbar. Yeah.
You know me, international.
Man of many languages.
Mr. Worldwide.
Okay.
That's a Pitbull quote.
He doesn't get it. But...
Oh, yeah, it is.
Pitbull quote.
Anyway,
I know
over
culture.
to you, our closer.
My final comments are that New Zealand, I love New Zealand. Anyone suspicious of that? I do love New Zealand.
Cool.
You're sounding Indian.
Yeah.
You're trying to
Yeah.
The more you say, the more we're like suspicious of you. But anyway,
sir, how visa I get visa. Can I just say also, the FTA, they're like, nah, it's not easy to immigrate. Meanwhile, all of these Instagram influencers in India and companies in India are running reels
ads
like,
about how to.
Look how easy it is to go to New Zealand. Now we should all go to New Zealand.
we're the back door to Australia, right? So
we're going to smell like a back door.
That's what my barber said. Anyway, no, I look across the world, and I think we are actually in a very good position in New Zealand, and I'm very happy with where we are. I look at the UK with what they're doing in Australia, where the economy is. I look at America. America's different, but I'm very happy with our country, and I think we need a bit more optimism and aspiration in our culture.
I'm excited.
So be grateful for what we have in New Zealand. Those are my final words. Thank you.
I'm so grateful.
Don't lecture me.
No, well, feel free to feel
very
grateful.
grateful.
If you want to feel grateful, do it.
Arian.
If you want to feel resentful, vote green.
Beautiful words.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching. Stay in touch. Stay in tune. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
I really enjoyed that.
Poetic. It wasn't as poetic as.
Great.
You didn't shout enough.
Apart from telling me to be grateful.
Move on. Move on. Where?
Move on. Where?
What a legend.